Yeah,
I
I love
heard
that
a
one too.
similar story with Yeah. Was that story true where you did the record and then you leaked it on your own and blew the record up yourself?
Yeah, so we finished the record. Crazy story. I did not realize this till my man Felly Fell told me because he was with me. We were in the studio and then I had a final version of it and we went to the club because I wanted to see. I'm a DJ and I make records from a DJ standpoint. So I went in the club. We went to the club and I wanted the DJ to play it to see the reaction. Even though people don't know it, to see. If you got a brand new record and nobody clears the floor, you're doing okay.
You're doing okay.
So we went to the club. I gave it to the DJ. The DJ was AM. DJ AM was the first fucking DJ to play Yeah. And I didn't realize it until Felly Fell told me like a couple years ago. He was like, that was AM, right?
You didn't know that? You didn't know AM?
No, but I don't remember. We in the club every day and partying. Right. I just, and I'm just moving. So I don't remember, but he was like, that was fucking AM. I know who AM is, of course. And I used to go see AM all the time, but I don't remember that he was the first DJ that I gave the fucking song to and played in the club. So that's pretty insane. But now, so the story behind the record is, so we finish it. The label likes it, boom, boom, boom. But they're like, no, we want to go with Burn first. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then kind of on the back door side, JD was like, man, maybe you should just do your shit, bro. Delete that shit. So I was like, bet. Because I was notorious. Columbia hated me. Jermaine had his deal with Columbia, So Def, Columbia Records. I was notoriously known for leaking records. So I have a reputation in the industry for leaking shit. So he was like, do you leak it? I leaked it. The first DJ I gave it to on radio was K. Slay. My man K. Slay in New York. K was like, this shit is hot, but I can't play it on my show. I'm going to give it to my girl, Sunny. She was on from 10 to 2. Sunny went on to be a chef. So if you see Sunny on Food Network. Sunny was the first DJ to play Yeah on the radio. So what happened was, stations started to play it, and the stations was like, this shit is hot. The label sent out cease and desist letters, which basically said, stop playing this, stop playing this, stop playing this. Hot 97 said, fuck you, this shit is hot, we playing it. Most stations around the country said, fuck you, we playing this shit, this is hot. And they kept playing it, and it blew the fuck up, so fucking large. So, the original single was supposed to be Burn, but because of me leaking, Yeah became the single.
Okay, now what does Usher say? What does Usher say about that?
I don't even remember. I have no idea. I don't remember. I think the label was mad, but when they saw the reaction, it was like, shit. When they saw that they couldn't stop the stations from playing the song, they just said, fuck it, let's just go for it.
Right. But I don't understand. I mean, listen, we're both record company guys. I worked at Tommy Boy. I ran the rap promo department. Of course, you worked at So Def, A&R.
Right.
When you have a record, no matter if it's leaked or not, when you have something that's resonating with radio, why do you send a cease and desist? Like, you just let that go. It's already like the job is already done. Why would you send the cease and desist?
That's major record label mentality. We come from independent labels, me and you, so we think differently. We like any kind of, the heads are raised up, we paying attention to that shit, while labels feel like they're big-ass machines and they have a certain way of doing shit and they don't want to stray from that and they just want to do it their way. That's the reason. But they had to bow down to, like we said, the streets, the people. That's all that matters is the people. They the ones who make records hits, That's
it. And another thing, people, just in case you don't understand, we make the records that are hits. They play them on the radio, but the radio DJs don't even make it the hits. What makes a record a hit is the DJ who DJs at a wedding reception, the DJ that DJs at a baby shower, the DJ that DJs in a club for 300 people. Those are the people that make the record big, so that when you go to the big club, everybody's heard it, and it goes. That's when it goes ape shit. So you know, we come from a independent mentality. The independent, you know, unless you're Beyonce or Rihanna, you've got such a machine behind you that they're just going to spend ooglops of money and they're going to program you into it. But the way that a record is broken independently is you leak it, you get it moving, everybody plays it, you come back, that's when you spend some money and you just take it all away. You didn't have to spend money on that record, did you?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't spend money, but, you know, they put money behind it once we got going, you know, but to start it off, nah. And back then, you know, they really went off the requests. Mm-hmm. So people heard it, and then they were calling and requesting. That's why the radio wouldn't stop playing it, because the requests were so crazy for the record. So they had no choice but to keep playing it, and the label had no choice but to go along with that and take that, you know, that was a rocket ship. The train that left the station. They had to catch up to it.
Yes, there have been records. There have been records that have been dropped, and you gotta. For example, "Be Faithful" is one. I put the records out in the radio station. They were gone the second day. Third day, brought 40 more records back. Boom, sent it to Philadelphia City. It was just out of there. So sometimes it happens like that.
I always wanted to ask you, what did Faith Evans or Diddy say when you finally saw them after you had done that shit? What did they say later?
Okay, so the story with that goes like this. Myself, DJ Riz, and Scissorhands, you know the Crooklyn Clan. Of course you know. We made the record. And because I was on radio, I had carte blanche. I could do what I want. Wasn't nobody gonna tell me what I was gonna do. Because I could stop your record from getting played. So I would still go and get permission from the artist. So I took it to Puff's office. And Puff was in there, and he was sitting behind a glass desk. Puff used to have this big glass desk with like glass in it that looks like diamonds. And at that time, it was DAT machines. And I get in there with the DAT, and I say, "Yo, Puff, there's something I want you to hear, bro. You know, I just want your blessing on it. You know, tell me what you think." I put it in there, and the record was playing. "Bass drop, you got $100 bill." And Puff was on the phone. Puff was on the phone, like, yeah. Give me a salad. Give me 2 salads with onions. And he was on his two-way. Remember back then it was a two-way. He was like, "Yeah, man. Right. Oh, yeah, fuck that." Right? And then it got to the end of the record, and I was like, "So, Puff, what did you think?" And Puff was like, "Yeah, all right." I said, "Puff, can I roll with it? Can I roll with it?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead, do whatever you want, whatever." So I walk out of Puff's office, and I'm deflated. Because I feel like this is like, you know, because Puff telling you a record is that's a hit maker. Like, you know. Right. Like, so I walk out the office, and I walk back downstairs out of the bad boy office. I get in the car, and I drive home. And I said, "You know something? I'm still going to do this." I press the record up, and I get it moving, right? 3 weeks later, and remember, I used to work overnights at Hot 97. So 3 weeks later, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a call on the hotline, not the warm line, the hotline, the line that the bosses have. Right. So I think it's my boss. I think I said something wrong. I cursed on the air, whatever. I pick up the phone, and Puff is in the club. Puff is in the club, calling me from the club. The song is on in the club, and you can hear the club going ape shit. And he said, "Yo, Scoop, this shit is fire. Shit is hot, man." And I said, "Yo, Puff, you looked at me like it was garbage." He said, "I don't give a fuck. It's hot." And he hung up the phone. and when that happened, I sat back in my chair and I said, "This record's going all the way." Sure enough, man, it went all the way, man. It went all the way. Worldwide.
It still comes sound like it's brand new.
Exactly. And you have to understand that we're blessed as people to have those records. So I have 2 of them. You have like 5 of them. And I always, because the fact, one of the major facts is myself, Dougie Fresh, Webstar, you know, Webstar, most of the people that do hype work, hype men, are from Harlem. Other than yourself and DJ Cool, there are no other hype men from any other parts of the country. So, I always respected you for doing it that way. And you told me one day, you said, yo, I don't know if you were high or not. I don't know if you were drunk or whatever.
We was in New York in Lavo.
Huh?
In Lavo,
yeah,
right?
You told me, you said, yo, bro, the reason I got into this was to be as good as you or better. And I said, oh, shit, man.
No, that's a fact. Because
that's a fact.
So, making records like that. Like, in the sense of, like, as a DJ, I played all of the Crooklyn Clan shit. And at that time, they were the AV8 breaks, right? There was nobody doing it from the South. Nobody. So the other thing I saw is that if you hype the records up, you can, like, I think I did one for Out of Your Mind. I did a hold up, stop the music, you know, whatever. It broke the record for me. I just made a special version of it and sent that to DJs. It broke the record. I just saw what you were doing, like you hyped the records up, but you also made some shit, and it gave you longevity too. That shit never is gonna come out the club. You know what I mean? No. Like, so I wanted to do the same type of shit on certain types of records. You know what I mean? Like the East Side Boy shit is different, but like a Turn Down for What? Like, or any kind of DJ breaks. Like, yeah, I had a lot of respect for you, and I saw the movement, and I saw I could do some of that in a different kind of way.
Yup, and you took it and you made it Southern, and you did it from that angle. Get Low. What was the story behind Get Low? Because that record blew. I don't know if you knew it, but that record blew. That record blew the roof off clubs in New York. Like, and I mean, I know you usually focused on down south, but that record did major damage in New York, and it's again another club state.